Essex Business Radio.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Elliot Browne here, Essex Business Radio, with a new friend of mine, Lewis Byford from Anthony George Recruitment.
Hello.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure already.
Already. Yeah. Hospitality through the roof.
Yeah, it's that good, is it? I'll sit where you're sitting if it's that good, to be honest. No, thanks very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Coming to see us in the Essex Business Radio studio. You contacted us a little while ago as well, didn't you, about coming in?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was, it must have been way before Christmas now,
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And then I think we had a connection request. And then Jay kind of looks after kind of my LinkedIn on that side.
Right,
and I said, get on it. Let's see what's going on. Let's have a chat with them. And kind of went from there, really.
Yeah.
We also had a conversation and here I am.
Here you are.
Sitting here.
You had a good start to the year so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, it's been a very, very good start. We're through the pain of Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
And we're now.
Does that get quieter for you, does it, in recruitment?
Do you know what? It does a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think in general, everyone's kind of switching off. No one really wants to talk about jobs today or moving. And January is like New Year, New Them, New Year resolution.
Yeah.
I hate my boss. I want to move. and then it kind of goes crazy again. So
recruitment. I mean, we discussed this. So I always want to know what your different differentiator is, so to speak. But you are recruitment in the IFA world, so financial planning,
correct,
financial advisors.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are specialists in IFA recruitment, financial planning recruitment. So you're looking at IFAs, your power planners, your senior administrators, if you like, and for mortgage advisors as well. So it's good. Mainly London, home counties, and we go up to the Midlands as well.
Oh, do you?
And kind of cover that. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. So we've got
how far up to the Midlands? I mean, where'd you class as the Midlands? Because the Midlands starts at Milton Keynes, doesn't it? Which a lot of people think is sort of southish, don't they? Particularly if you're from the Midlands.
Yeah.
So how far do you go up?
I did a round trip end of November, all the way up to sort of Burnley way.
Oh, okay.
So right up Liverpool, all around there.
Well, that's not the Midlands, mate.
No, we're right
up north.
Up to north.
Yeah. Hi, everybody up north.
Yeah. Hello.
It's warm down here.
Got any snow? So quite a large area, really. But
okay. And your business is how old?
4 years.
Okay.
April 2016 we started.
Okay, cool.
So we've gone through it all.
Yeah, you haven't gone through it all yet. You only just started going through it.
Fingers crossed.
That's good. So, and we were talking before the show, as I always do with everybody, and sort of try and get to them relaxed and get to know each other. I think you've definitely relaxed. We've had a bit of a laugh already, haven't we?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you wanted to be an architect, which I did as well. We both wanted to be architects, and funny enough, we had a couple of people on the show that had that sort of creative flair.
Absolutely.
So, was it architecture we really wanted to do, or was it just that creative side that we enjoyed? I'm not kind of. As the more these shows go on, you start to realise that there is a creative side to a lot of entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
And you're a young entrepreneur as well.
Yeah, 26 in March.
26 in March, yeah. When's your birthday?
20th of March.
Okay, so what star sign are you then?
Pisces.
My mum's a Pisces.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all right then.
Yeah. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo. Okay.
Yeah, you don't know anything about Virgos. You can tell that by the answer. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that one.
Yes, swiftly moving on.
But yeah. So you wanted to be an architect, and I believe when you went to college, right?
Yeah.
And you did some sort of bizarre degree you were going for.
Construction course.
Yeah.
Because I was working for my brother-in-law at the time, so CAD design. I thought that was the route I was going to go down. And.
And your brother was your brother-in-law, I should say, not brother, which I said earlier on incorrectly. You've sort of look up to. He's quite a successful guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think even from a very, very young age, when he brought home his classic Porsches, and when he bought his first 911,
nice.
It's like them nice little things. Think, I want to do that, know, and I will do that. You know? It's just kind of having that attitude and drive.
And his business is CAD, did you say?
Yeah.
So in essence, do you think that was possibly what made you think about being an architect?
I think because when you kind of having the 6 weeks off, I used to go there and work, a bit of work experience, get a bit of extra money, and I thought, right, this is good. I'm enjoying it. Seems to be doing well. And phenomenal business that he has. And I thought that's the route I'm going to go down. Then I took construction. A lot of my friends took construction. I thought, right, that's where I'm going to go. Little do I know, I didn't do anything to do with construction whatsoever.
No, not at all.
It's just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. It's just you fall down into a certain route.
Yeah. Well, you don't. You make things happen. You've made a lot of stuff happen, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose you've got to have that passion and drive to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have the vision, I suppose. You've got vision.
Yeah. Well, your vision was cars. Then, by the sounds of it, you like the cars.
I like my cars.
Yeah. What sort of cars you're into? I mean, you said your brother-in-law has got a Ferrari coming out, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So is that a goal for you? Is it Ferraris? I want a Lambo, as you know.
Yes, absolutely.
And if anybody's watching this book is sitting here, a Lamborghini magazine, which I haven't actually thumbed through because I think it looks really nice as it is. I don't want to bend the pages.
Yeah. No.
What do you fancy?
Well, everything would like a Ferrari, but I think I've got a real passion. I like Audis, so I've got an Audi at the minute.
Yeah.
And I like the bigger Audis, the RS6s, the RS7s. And the new one that's just come out at the minute.
Which one?
The new RS6 that's come out.
Right.
It looks meaty.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah. So, what about the RSQ8? Isn't the RSQ8?
Yeah,
well, that's a beast.
Yeah.
It's in essence
new
a Urus.
Fastest SUV.
Yeah.
Beat the Lamborghini Urus around the Nürburgring.
Did it really?
Yeah. Yeah,
I can't imagine why did they let that happen? I don't understand how. It's the same company.
Same company.
Yeah.
So
you fancy one of them?
No, I think I'm the RS6. More sleeker, lower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great big estate car. I mean, I'm single. I mean, I don't know why I want a big estate car.
No, but you've got. I think you've got that sedate sort of way about you. Listen, you've come in with the tie on. I had to fucking bring that, didn't I?
The tie straight away.
you got the tie. So you always wear a tie, right?
I think a lot of the time, yeah. I'm just saying. I think my granddad. I would just say my granddad always in a cravat, always looking really, really smart. You know. My dad's always suited and booted.
Is he? Always worn a tie.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So your industry, though. I mean, financial services and planning, so they're quite. It's a suit and tie wearing industry, isn't
absolutely.
it? There aren't that many of them left, though, mate. To be fair, generally there's. I mean, look, Google. Now we had Alex in here recently. I know you listened to that. You've listened to that podcast, and he worked for Google, and then people in there in fucking flip flops and shorts, and this is one of the most powerful companies on the planet. I mean, they're just doing $1 trillion. They're and who wears a tie and a shirt and tie?
You're on beanbags.
So it's a funny thing. I used to wear a shirt and tie. I mean, I sold capital equipment, post room equipment, and I was out on the road, and so that was the attire. And I did well, but there was towards the end of that, which is probably, give me about like 12, 15 years ago when I sort of came away from a corporate role, so to speak. I'm not saying yours is a corporate role, it sort of obviously fits with what you do. I stopped wearing the tie. And in fact, it made no difference to sales, no difference to the business at all.
No.
And most of the people, if I go into town now, you go into London, they're not wearing ties, are they?
Yeah, no. I think it's just depending on the client that I go and see. They're wearing ties. Particularly the advisors that I meet are normally wearing a tie.
Sure.
But I suppose if you've got, if you're going to see a client who's, £1 million to invest or something, you want to make sure that they're coming across the right way. If you're the sort of person I want to be representing. So I think it's kind of the stigma behind that, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you're dealing with some of the big top firms, they're all suited and booted. That's the attire that they're bringing down.
I think, unless you've got to match what works in your industry.
Some firms, I probably wouldn't say I wear a tie every day. But particularly if I'm going to go to London, I'll just shove a tie on.
Yeah.
And if I feel the vibe, I'll just take it off and have a lunch with them.
Listen, if you feel relaxed in a tie, then fuck it, wear a tie. So tell me how you went from being in working in your brother-in-law's place, wanting to be an architect. You've got a love for numbers, algebra and things. You told me I've straight above my head.
Gone. I wouldn't say I'm an absolute math geek, but I could sit there and work it out. I quite enjoy that.
Right. Okay.
And I've always, from a young age, liked up the stocks, looking at stocks.
Yeah, you said. And
an opportunity to work in the city.
Yeah. Go on, tell us a bit about that. So the work opportunity with gold in gold bullion firm,
physical bars of gold, literally.
Well, you're carrying them around.
Yeah, on my back.
Oh, really?
No, like little. You could get like little coins or the bars or anything like that.
Yeah.
And started doing that. And it was good. It was fun. I was 17. I was young. in the city, enjoying life.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant fun. I met loads of new friends.
Yeah. So tell me about the gold then. So who did you deal with for selling, gold and things like that?
It was mainly consumers, consumers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even at that time, really early on, you've got a lot of bullion by post and stuff like that. I don't know if you know anything about them, but I still.
No.
So if you want to buy gold online, one of the biggest ones is bullion by post. You can just buy little grams of gold and stuff like that.
Okay.
And online.
So people that are basically buying gold because it's an investment and they stick it in their
absolutely,
their safety deposit boxes. Yeah. As long as they don't do it in Covent Garden, not Covent Garden. Where was the big robbery? Hatton Garden. Hatton Garden.
Yeah. So it was brilliant. It was a massive learning curve.
Yeah.
And did that for 3 years.
Yeah. Okay.
3 years until I was 19.
Right. Okay.
19 years old. So good bit of fun. But you're dealing with consumers. You know, people that like me. Just instead of putting it in a savings account and getting nil point. Yeah. I think the gold. I think
nil point. I like that. So you speak French as well, yeah.
Well, bonjour. No,
is that it?
German French. I actually took French. No idea how to do anything with it. Okay. So you can, it's an asset that you can then sell, whenever you want to.
Yeah, of course.
I think the minute with the market and the climate that it's been.
Oh, if anybody's got
gold is through the roof at the minute.
It is.
I think we know at the time that we were doing it, it was at $800 an ounce.
Right.
They're at 2,000 an ounce at the minute.
So anybody that bought off you is going to be well happy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Over double their money.
Yeah, it's insane.
In only 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gold's one of the things where if everything goes to pot, what's the worst thing? Where's everyone going to go back down to?
Yeah.
You're going to go back down to your minerals, aren't you? You're going to go down to your gold and your silver.
Yeah.
And we could be back there trading again. None of this Bitcoin, all right?
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Well, I don't know. It's coming back again.
Is it?
Bitcoin's on its way back, apparently. Yeah. It's like everything, though. If gold goes up and down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was prior to you getting involved.
But there's an asset behind that.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You it's like a house.
Yeah.
You own that asset.
Yeah. Listen, you're almost a millennial, aren't you?
Yeah. Well,
so the assets in Bitcoin is similar. It's just a different mindset.
Yeah, I suppose.
It is though, isn't it?
Yeah, very true.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to buy stuff with it, and you tangibly can buy product with it. You can buy properties with it. You can buy
numbers, isn't it? It's just numbers and.
But it all is.
Yeah.
It's all numbers. It's not real, is it? Half the money. You don't spend 500 grand on a property and hand over cash, do you?
No.
Well, unless you're unless you're a drug dealer, maybe. And they're only entrepreneurs, aren't they?
They are. They certainly are.
So you didn't think you'll be talking about drug dealers tonight, did you?
No, I didn't.
Anyway, and of course, kids don't deal drugs. So algebra. So you got gold bullion trading. So how did that take you from that into recruitment? I mean, that's a big leap in a short period of time, no?
Absolutely. When I was 19, I had an opportunity with my first business partner to basically set something up on our own and basically try and really copy what they were doing, basically.
Right.
A lot of lead generation online at that point. Okay. That was quite an early stage.
Yeah.
And we were a little bit of a dap hand at that.
Okay.
And we did quite well at it, where I met one of my business partners that I'm working alongside now.
Yeah.
In reference to sort of lead generation and stuff like that.
And are you mentioning your business partner? Are you going to mention?
Yes, I've got two business partners.
Okay. I've got them. Sorry, I do apologise.
Yeah, plural. So I've got Lee Old, and
hi Lee.
Hello. And Jonathan.
Hi Jonathan.
As well. He's the advisor, and me and Lee kind of work the office on a day to day. So it's good. It's a good little combination of all three of us.
Yeah, and which one's the IFA?
Jonathan's the IFA.
Okay.
Jonathan the IFA.
Okay. So that gives you an insight into that world, and is you all the same sort of age?
Jonathan's. Oh, this is going to put me on the spot, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's about 36.
You think he's about 36?
Yeah,
okay.
I think he's
about business
36.
Partner, you've got no idea how old he is.
He's got 2 kids.
Okay.
Lives in Kent.
Okay.
And Lee has he's got 2 under 2 at the minute.
Okay.
He's 30.
Okay.
29. 30.
Okay, so you're the baby then,
I'm the baby. Yeah, I'm the baby in the office, and Lee's getting absolute no sleep whatsoever.
Right. Okay.
These 2 kids at the minute, keeping him up all night.
Really?
Yeah, but loves them to bits. Of course.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. No kids for me on the horizon.
Yeah.
Any way, shape or form.
No kids for you, and recently single as well, I believe.
Recently single.
We don't talk about that. Apparently, you're still hurting.
No.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you did. You said you're still hurting a little bit.
We're fine. We're way through that now. Onwards and upwards. 2020. This is the year.
Yeah.
What
for love?
for love, for wealth, for a new house,
prosperity. Yeah. Are you looking for a new property? Is this something on the horizon? Is it?
Yeah, that's my next goal. I think when I made a little bit of money when I was 21. Yeah. I had cash in the bank to think, right, I'm either going to buy a property or I'm going to invest everything into the new business.
Nice.
That's what I did. So now I'm back rebuilding that pot again.
Right.
And excited for it. It's another goal now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got your one there. I've got my one.
Yeah.
I'm going to have it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Excited.
All right, look, we're going to take a very short break.
Pleasure.
And we'll come back and carry this on.
Pleasure. I look forward to it.
So we're back again after that very short break, and I'm going to tell you about this, what happened in the short break. So it's me, Elliot Browne, Essex Business Radio, with Lewis Byford from Anthony George Recruitment. Before I go into talking about cycling, right? Fuck's sake, Anthony George Recruitment. So the name came from your middle name, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. See, you always have that dilemma, don't you? What you're going to call
yourself?
You think you're going to be the next,
Oh, I like the movement.
Movement.
People that are just listening to this podcast, it's just sort of almost gone into some dirty dancing with himself. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but anyway, crack on.
You're trying to be the next Coca-Cola or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about different names, and you're trying to get a decent domain.
Yeah.
And we just thought, look at our middle names. Keep it simple.
I mean, Anthony George Recruitment. It sounds like it's an established company. So no, it's right. Don't thank me. Thank yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, Lewis.
But yes, so it does sound like an established company. It sounds like it's been around quite a while. So it gives you some sort of kudos.
Yeah,
just the name, which of course a lot of people try and do.
We've done a little bit of brand in the last 4 years as well. I mean, the first one that we had, we bought just a random logo of a blue globe.
Right.
And driving
that was
down,
shit, was it?
It was. I'll tell you, it was shit.
Was it?
Driving down the road, and it was a national plant work with the same logo.
Oh, really?
Driving back from a meeting with
They went to the same Fiverr guy,
Fiverr.com. And I thought, Jesus, he's got that same logo, Even if he does sheet metal or something. Nothing against anyone that does sheet metal, but,
you don't slate the sheet metal people. No. They're in tomorrow. Not really.
For not so we thought, right, re-scrap it, change the logo, AG, job done.
Yeah.
So, decent.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
Anyway, forget about that for now. So, again, let's get to cycling, because apparently this is what you do in a spare. We've just found out in a break, and anybody that's watching on YouTube will have found this out. Anybody podcasters, go over to YouTube and check it out, of course. Cycling, mate, what the fuck? So you cycle on the roads?
I do.
No, seriously, why?
I am that prick.
Why? Yeah, well, that's fair enough. At least you admit it.
Do you know what? It was my mother that got me into it. My mum, she did.
So she said, "Get on your fucking bike."
Get on your bike. Get out of it.
Yeah.
She did London, Amsterdam, Brussels.
See, in Amsterdam, they don't ride on the roads though, do they? You see, I mean, it's very flat, but they've got lots of cycle paths, which we don't have in this country. And they keep trying to install them. In Enfield, not that long ago. Actually, probably a few years ago now. Actually, they changed all the roads and put these things, and they've got this ridiculous system. I don't know what the fuck made me think of this, but so you've got a bus stop. All right. Imagine this: you've got a bus stop. They've taken part of the pavement away, and then what you've got to do is you've got to go up and then back down again to create this cycle path. It's the most fucking ridiculous design. And then they've got these massive curbs, like sort of almost stuck out in the road. So God knows how many people started hitting those. But we try to do it in this country. It doesn't really work. The infrastructure's not really there, is it, for that? Because our roads aren't particularly large, and we don't have the space and stuff like that. So you're on the road pissing off fucking drivers,
particularly on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, yeah. And as I just said, here where the office is, and obviously
perfect
you're going to live
location for cycling.
It's a. Do you know what? Any cyclists go past, hi. Can you not fucking make so much noise and shout right and left out on a Sunday morning at 6 o'clock? In the summer, because you do this, you go out, So how often do you get out on your bike then?
Well, I'm saying that it's a bit winter now, so we haven't trained.
So you're just a fair weather rider. Okay.
We're training for one, which we will start training for. Probably gets a little bit nicer, March, April time.
Okay. You're training. So what does that involve then?
So up at 5.
Really?
Yeah.
So an early riser.
5. Yeah. I like getting up early.
Yeah.
And out to probably do 50, 60 miles.
Right.
Long as I know I've got breakfast.
Okay.
And I've got a decent calf.
Yeah.
That's my drive.
Oh, okay. What would you have after a 50, 60 mile cycle ride then?
Full English.
Would you?
Yeah.
Get that fat back into you.
Absolutely.
Mind you, there's nothing to you, to be honest. Obviously, you can't tell what Lewis looks like if you're listening to the podcast, but I urge you to check him out with his tie on. Looking slim and suave and sophisticated.
Well, I didn't eat for 7. I was so ill over Christmas. I didn't eat for 7 days. I've lost so much weight.
Really?
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Really? What happened over Christmas? Then? Did you have a bug? Did you? Did you have this bug that was going round?
I had tonsillitis that when got to Quincy.
Quincy? What the fuck's Quincy?
Abscess on the throat. It was savage. Couldn't breathe. In hospital. It was.
You're all right now, yeah?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Christ, we've got spit guards on these mics.
I'm officially not contagious. No, so it was a dodgy time, but through that, and we're all sorted. So, so it was good. It's enjoyable, gets you out, fresh air.
Yeah.
So we're training now for Salzburg to Vienna in July.
Wow.
Is what we're doing for. So there's 4 of us doing it.
And how many miles is that?
I think it's just under 300 miles, I think it is. Yeah,
okay.
So I think a couple of years ago, my first one was London, Amsterdam, Brussels.
Yeah. Stop tapping the table.
Sorry, yeah. And then London to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Yeah, enjoy it. I mean, we do it to raise money for charities.
Okay, so you've redeemed yourself now. So how do you raise money for charity by doing that then? You get sponsorship and stuff like that, yeah?
So, to be honest, it's a lot of my mum's friends, really. So they're really big on
they give you money?
No, really big on raising
It's all down to my
funds.
mum's friends. They'll just give us money just to get the fuck out of the way on our bikes, basically.
No, particularly Lisa. So there's 4 of us: Lisa, Claire, and Amanda, which is my mum.
Okay.
And
so 4 of you go out together.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So it's like and they do a lot of stuff. We help them raise a lot of money for like open garden events and stuff like that.
Okay. And they're raising money for what?
We're raising for Havens Hospice and Little Havens. So it's children's and Havens for sort of end of life sort of thing.
Superb.
So,
right. Okay.
So it's all local.
That's
Essex,
lovely.
Which is nice. So
do you know why I take back all the piss? Well, I don't take the piss, to be honest. You're still cycling on the roads, but it's a very good reason for doing it. And the fact that you're doing that, it's not just riding around, just getting in people's way.
No, we're doing it for a cause.
Yeah.
We're doing it for a good cause.
Yeah, okay.
So and we do it.
I think. What do you reckon, producer Joel? Do you think he's redeemed himself on the cycling side?
Very minimal amount.
I've got to raise more money.
Jesus,
basically. I've got to get to the benchmark.
Yeah. So on that side then, so people sponsor you. Do you have is there a page? Is there a web page or something like that?
Yeah, so we'll be getting a new web page out.
Let's give it a quick plug while people listen to this.
Yeah, it's our Just Giving page. So I'll send you all you guys the link and everything.
Yeah, do that.
We're planning on raising £10,000.
Wow.
I think we're about 6,000. I think we're at the minute.
Yeah.
And then I'll start in the next month or so, putting it on my emails, letting my clients know about it, and try and get some sponsorship.
And basically fleecing all of those as well. Yeah, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah, it's all
fleece away, my friend.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to go to Havens and actually see what they do there, any local businesses in Essex that do want to do that, I would highly recommend it. You will cry. It's very emotional, but it really does put into perspective how fortunate you are. So that's something that's a little bit dear to my heart. Not me personally, but if I can do anything to support them, then I obviously will.
Very humbly. Congratulations on the 6 and the 6, and let's you will get to the 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll smash it.
Good. Do it. Yeah. Okay, well, good luck with those rides.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's pull it back a little bit.
Pull it back a little bit. Bring them reins in.
So we're talking about your business journey in essence a little bit, and starting up your company.
Yeah.
And 4 years old, but you've been through some stuff already. Yeah. You started the business off, and you started growing, and you took on people. And how did that work out for you?
Well, Jade, personal assistant, anyone left at the minute. We've gone through it all. We're like you say, we're only at the very, very start of that as well. We live and learn. I think.
Well, don't go over this one because it's an interesting subject. I think a lot of people think that you've got to suddenly take a lot of people on to grow. I mean, how far into it was it when you decided you wanted people to, in essence, sell?
First year. Was it? I think to the end of the first year, because we had a shocking.
So as you and your two business partners, you're basically selling your service. You're going out again. You're networking and doing
clients, candidates. So you're trying to win new business on your client side to get your jobs that you want. And then you're encouraging people to move from their jobs, actively headhunting them effectively out there.
You do a lot of headhunting?
Yeah, pretty much all of it is headhunting, if I'm honest, because as you mentioned at the start, it's a very, very small market, the FA market. The advisors don't move very, very often. So it's about really understanding them.
It can't be an easy market, to be honest, because it's very
the hardest market, if I'm honest.
But it's good though, because the fact that you pick a hard market and that you're working with those people. We talked about this niching. I hate that fucking word, but you have to niche in your business these days, really.
If you think about it, a lot of recruitment businesses will have 10, 15, 20 different positions that they recruit for. As in different like job titles.
Yeah.
Ours is about 3.
Yeah, so you know who you're speaking to.
I know everything about that individual, ins and outs.
Yeah.
But so when I get someone that's really good and I know they're really good, and I market them to local businesses that I want to get in with, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to win that business because I know they can't get that talent. Yeah. But therefore means then there's a cost associated with that, you know. So, but then that's the reality. It's took us, you know, if I look at if I speak to an advisor, a bit like I spoke to today. Yeah. You know, he probably won't move for 8 to 9 months. Yeah. You know.
So you got to do a lot of forward planning.
Absolutely. Yeah. So me having a conversation now, I'm thinking that's going to be next year. You know, it's going to be potentially Q1 next year. Could be 12 months. Yeah. You know, 2 years in some cases. Advisors. It's all planting that seed.
Yeah, of course.
It's you know, you've got to keep going.
Yeah. So you took on. Yeah.
I think it was about year two. Year two, we started taking people on. We started getting to get a few more jobs on. We started realizing we can get some resources in to help us, you know, with the workflow. Sure. Help us do it. You know, and maybe I kind of look after that. Yeah. That then started to progress. We got sort of 2 to 3, and thought great. We did it for the apprenticeship route as well. So firms that don't use the apprenticeship route, I would really highly recommend it. Yeah. You get some really great individuals straight out of school that are hungry, they're eager to learn. Sure. Yes, they do need to be trained. Yes, you need to put time into them. But they do become invested into you and become loyal. Yeah. You know, Jay's been with us for over 2 years now. Yeah. You know, heavily invested in the business. Yeah. You know, vital part at 20 years old. Yeah. You know, and if you look at maybe some of her peers, they might not be in such a similar position. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So yeah, that's something that I'm quite passionate about, helping that younger generation through. Yeah, sure. Which is always really, really important. Yeah. And we did that at the second year, and we then picked up a really big client, and that worked really well for coming into maybe year 3. Okay. It was really, really.
So you got a large client, which is how are you working with a large client? Yeah. How does that tend to work? So explain a bit to me because. Yeah. I know IFAs, I know you know financial advisors, financial planners, etc., etc. But they tend to have their own sort of business, or they work on their own. So explain to me how that works. Or you know how do you go and find somebody and recruit? How does that work? I mean,
an advisor, a lot of the advisors are self-employed. Yeah. Okay, but they operate underneath a business.
So they'll work for a network, for example.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. And if they're self-employed, they might be on a 60% split or a 70% split. So they bill and they write £100,000 worth of income. Yeah. They're earning £70,000 before tax, for example. Yeah. And my job's to go and engage them individuals, find out what's working, what's not working, and try and improve that. So we've got clients that will give them as little as 10%, pay away as little as 10% of the business. Right. They're keeping 90%. Okay. And suddenly that might prick your ears up a little bit. You know, I think, how can that work? Yeah. You know, or do they want to grow a business? Do they want more admin support? Are they not getting enough admin support? Do they need marketing support? Do they need, you know, and that's what the conversations are like. It's like I'm doing a business plan meeting with every advisor. Okay. Like.
So knowing that you've obviously got different levels in that arena, and you know, there's loads of letters that can go after your name. You're constantly learning and constantly. I mean, there's always rules changing. There's always things changing in that industry, right? You know, every single year. So do you find that a lot of the people that you work with or recruit or whatever the terminology would be, that tend to be a little bit older? Because you know, they don't. I mean, you're quite young in comparison to your business partners. Yeah. One is an IFA. Who is he? The oldest one?
Yeah.
36. So he's got quite a lot of experience, and obviously probably got a few letters after his name as well, right? Absolutely. So I'm assuming that quite a lot of people that are well qualified are they as likely to come and work with you and be recruited for something in the same way that the younger guys would?
Yeah, so I mean, Jonathan in particular is probably one of his class as the youngest in the industry, I suppose.
Yeah, my mate is a bit older than me. Yeah, and he's only just getting into a point where he's done all of the mortgage side of things and all that, and it's now investments.
Pensions, investments.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the journey that a lot of them go on.
And it does seem to be a particular type of journey. I mean, I don't know how the fuck they do it, to be honest. The exam levels, the examining. Yeah,
it's level 3, it's now level 4, and I have a feeling we could be pushing more to chartered. Right. Which will be a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
You know, level 6. You know, they're clever guys, really clever guys, guys and girls, should I say? Yeah. You know.
Don't rule out the women.
Absolutely. Tell you what, the women in this industry, they mop the floor with the guys. Yeah. Because
they will. I think they will do. They're doing a lot of industries, to be fair, and fair play to
25,000, I think, CF30 advisors.
Right. Of which, what's a CF30 advisor?
So they're registered advisors in the UK.
Okay.
So that's if they're not registered with the FCA. Yeah. they're not authorised effectively. They need to be authorised. So they're the registered ones, and of them, I'd probably say 2,000 to 5,000 of them are going to be women.
Okay.
So it's such a small minority.
Yeah, so it's a real male-dominated industry as well, isn't it?
So, yeah.
Is that starting to change? Are you seeing a lot more sort of women, kind of females, girls coming through the rankings and getting involved in the industry?
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually spoke to a lady today who's a mortgage advisor, done a diploma, level 4, now going through that process of getting her competent advisor, getting her sign off.
Yeah, I get that.
And she is so driven.
Right.
And I'm like, I would hire you tomorrow.
Right.
Like, literally, that's the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And her dad was an advisor, encouraged her to do it.
Right.
You know? And it's that encouragement. You know, get the stigma away of the women can't do it. It's absolute rubbish.
That's bullshit anyway.
Get them in. They're absolutely what the fuck with us.
Do you think that that will change the way that people advise as well? That women will go to women because they do that. You do see that quite a lot, particularly in the UK here. I mean, you look at
women in business.
I'm not being funny, right? Look at fucking Facebook groups. There are and we've had this conversation. It's actually starting to change a little bit in the last 6 months. But there's a lot of groups for women in business, which is great, but up until recently, and I think because there is a bit of a shift, and it has sort of gone very much. There's been this big thing about equality, and I completely agree with it. And so this isn't a sexist conversation at all. It's quite a current conversation. But there are now people talking in the Facebook groups, guys, that are sort of saying, "Do you think it's going to be a problem setting up a group for men in business?" The funny thing is, and they are starting to do that now, which is good because at the end of the day, there's a place for everyone, isn't there?
Absolutely.
But so I find it quite interesting, and I think that there would be a lot of women that would listen to a female financial advisor in the modern world. So there's definitely scope there, I think, for that to grow a lot more over the coming years.
Yeah, and if I want to, some of the most successful advisors that I have spoken to
are female.
Yeah. They really are, and I mean phenomenal. Like, I mean, £1 million billers.
Yeah.
In our industry, which is
really,
yeah.
So they're literally outweighing the sort of guy's business then.
Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. You know, you learn so much from them.
Yeah.
They've got a very, very driven mindset.
Yeah.
And they've still been able to enjoy it. They've still been able to have kids.
Yeah.
Haven't had to take. They work how they want to operate.
I suppose that is an industry where you. Well, I mean, a lot of people get seen out of certain hours, and you've got to be flexible. You've got to be able to go and visit people at home. You've got to visit the hours, and it's not necessarily in work hours all the time, is it? So you've got to be pretty flexible, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you enjoy this industry, do you?
I do. I thrive on it. When I sit down and I'm sitting in front of an advisor and I'm working through their KPIs, their business turnover,
key performance indicators. If people don't know what that is.
Yeah, you're looking at their turnover, their breakdown of their assets under management. Where they've got their money, where they've got their funds. How can they improve that?
Yeah.
I find when I speak to advisors, they advise on everybody else's lives.
Yeah.
But they don't actually look at themselves.
Yes.
And
very true.
I sit down and I do a bit of a business plan overview, and I say, I just want to understand you, get to understand, and I find they're in no way in a real good model where they are, and I could improve them in such massive way.
Well, and this is so you're talking to financial advisors about their situation.
Yes, their work situation.
So they're very good at concentrating and looking at other people's situations, helping them, but they're not very good at looking at their own.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably their own personal finances, absolutely, but where they're actually working, they're not thinking, bloody hell, I'm paying away so much. But it's like a guy, as an example, he was doing £200,000 a year of his own income. Okay, so it's off his own back, he's doing £200,000 a year.
Yeah,
and he was paying away. He was keeping 25% of that.
Right.
So he's paying away over 75%.
Yeah.
He's getting no administration, no power playing support.
Yeah.
We was able to turn that around, get him 70% of his income.
Right.
70%.
Wow. Okay.
With full administration and full power playing.
Wow.
I mean, he said literally, he's a local lad, actually, funnily enough. We went for a beer after. He said, turned my life around, more holidays, and he's not writing any more income. He's not writing any more business.
So do you think about this? So what you're saying is you have networks that you work with, do you?
So they're our clients, like networks throughout the UK, who can recruit nationally throughout the UK.
And there's a big movement to this now. I mean, it's definitely going this way, isn't it? Where the networks are sort of taking control and getting in essence, their sales guys to go out on the road and work for them.
Yeah, the smaller firms, compliance is becoming an issue. We're seeing
it's such a big thing, compliance. I mean, this is a subject. if you don't understand about financial planning and financial advisors, this is probably, a conversation to be had another time. But there's a lot of compliance, there's a lot of rules. You're talking about playing with people's livelihoods, where their money's going, where it's sitting with people, making sure it's transparent and clear to everybody.
Trying to stop another crisis in a way. We lost, in 2013 when they changed all of the rules of financial advisors from level 3 qualified to level 4. Level 3 qualified advisors, there was 250,000 advisors. After that point, 2013, 2014, at that sort of point, you're down to sort of 20,000. Phenomenal drop. It's just crazy.
Have we gone way over? Did you I thought that was ages ago, wasn't it? Oh, right.
We just carry on chatting there.
We got way to... So most I've talked about business on a podcast for a long time.
You nodded at me.
I did nod, yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a very quick break. It doesn't really matter. We've run over. Fuck it. Who cares? And we need to get off business subjects anyway. To be honest, we're boring the shit out of
back
people
to
here.
cycling.
Yeah. Well, no, about that. All right, so we'll be back in a moment. That was ages ago, wasn't it?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
I've done the thing 7 minutes ago, but 5 minutes over.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. So just it's a very weird market, you see. I think. I don't think many people truly understand.
Well, they won't understand it unless they're in it. To be honest,
this is it, and I think that's where we've distinguished ourselves when we're speaking with our clients and how we've been able to win some big clients. Is because we understand it and they like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good, really.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So
that's the most we've talked about business for a period of time. I think in any podcast we've done.
Let's get it back to something else.
Yeah. So what do you want to get it back to then?
I don't mind. What do you want to talk about? What was your oyster?
What's holidaying wise? What you got planned for this year? You going to go on holiday?
Yes, I've got a couple of plans going away from my
planned. Fucking hell, you need to work harder, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You need to restrict yourself from having so much fun.
I'm going to the typical Marbella, typical Essex,
Yeah.
Your brother-in-law's got a place out there, so we're just nipping out on there. Really going on my birthday weekend.
Okay.
Really cheap flights with EasyJet at the minute before January.
Yeah.
Quick plug for EasyJet. No, I'm not affiliated with them. But we got flights for like £15.
Right, nice.
I mean, it's just can't go wrong.
Not bad.
So quick birthday weekend, and then I'm going over there again in early part of June, and then I'm driving down on a tour to Le Mans to see the 24-hour Le Mans.
Okay.
With my dad, my brother-in-law, my sister, which will be fantastic.
Yeah.
24 hours of Le Mans, literally hotel, bang, on the track.
Yeah,
it's gonna be...
I've driven on that track.
Have you?
Yeah, when it was a road.
Oh, amazing!
So not quite when it's turned into a track.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not being funny.
Certain segments turn into.
Yeah. So basically, all you got to do is drive near it, and you're pretty well driving the track anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah. Well, there's bits of the road, but you can see it's the track.
Yeah, the red and white.
Yeah.
But Monte Carlo is definitely on the cards.
It's a funny story about Monaco. That actually.
Have you? What about Monte Carlo?
No, about the event I booked.
Okay.
Because my brother-in-law sent the email.
Yeah.
Out.
Do you want to tell us on the?
I can tell you about it. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Is it that funny?
Well, I don't think it's that funny, but
you fucking said it's hilarious, right? You can't build it up. You cannot build it up, and then not. It better be fucking funny after this. I'm telling you.
I'll tell you. Mate said on the email, £250. I thought, brilliant. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Then they're trying to ring me.
Yeah.
To tell me how much it actually would cost.
Yeah.
That was just the deposit. And it's just cost me a fortune for 3 days.
Oh, really?
It's going to be. My dad was like, it's going to be a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Well, it's not, is it? Because they do the 24-hour ones all the time. Yeah. I think when people say that, they go, "Oh, it's a once in a lifetime holiday." Really? It's because it's not, is it?
They said that about the Maldives, didn't they? They said it's not going to be here. So I was like, "Oh, we got to go." So we went to the Maldives. Beautiful, loved it.
And it's still there.
It's still there. But when you fly over, you can see where the Maldives was.
Yeah.
Like they're still there, but where the islands are, and they've shrunk.
Right.
And that's a little bit of an eye opener.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. So.
Just get the Arabs over there. They'll soon change that.
Yeah.
You can do pump a bit of sand over there. You sorted, aren't you?
Build it up.
Yeah. They're clever.
They are.
I've saw quite a few photos actually. I follow a couple of guys because I've done quite a bit of business in Dubai over the years, and
a lot of expats.
With guys from Dubai. No, I don't really do business with expats that are over there, not in the video games industry. Some of the properties and stuff they're building on sand on sand islands is way more than you actually see, because you've got the world and you've got the Palm, but there's other stuff they're building as well, which is incredible. Some of the incredible beautiful stuff. Yeah, and not silly money for what they are, really. To be fair.
Yeah.
And they are specced up.
Yeah.
Like proper.
Spec.
Yeah. Been to Dubai?
Yes. Yeah.
I love Dubai.
Yeah, really lovely.
Yeah.
Went on my mum's work trip actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Do a lot with your mum, didn't you?
Yeah, very close to my mum.
Oh God.
Yeah, very close. We're like best friends.
Yeah, you said it.
You said
it, not me.
Mother's boy. Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Are you allowed to get attached?
Huh? Yeah, I think so.
Do you have to vet your girlfriends? So you want to take a show? Mum.
That's one of the reasons. No, I'm joking. Oh, brilliant. We'll edit that out.
No, we won't. There we go. Mate, this is all staying on. This is for YouTube, this one.
Brilliant. Fantastic. I love it.
Oh, right. Okay. So we ready to go?
Yeah.
Cool. 3, 2, 1.
Back again. Thanks for joining us. Essex Business Radio with me, Elliot Browne, and Lewis Byford. How you doing, mate?
Still here.
It's going all right?
Yeah. Going well.
So we're just talking about you being a mummy's boy, weren't we?
There we go.
You thought it was just going to be on the YouTube bit, didn't
you? Who's not close to their mum, eh? So.
Yeah. Well, my mum lives in Spain, so I'm not very fucking close at all. It's miles away.
Yeah, no.
But you do a lot with your mum, don't you? You're very close to your mum.
Yeah.
She a big influence in your life?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think their mum and dad split up from a very, very early age.
Okay.
Very early age. And
how old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was about 2.
Oh, very early age.
Yeah, 2, 3,
right.
That sort of age.
Yeah.
And I think my nan and granddad always said to me that I think it affected me from a young age as well.
Really? From 2? I thought you wouldn't even know.
Well, as I grew as a child, it was quite animosity there, I suppose.
Animosity.
And, animosity.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. You're Essex, I get that.
Exactly. The grammar's not great, but we worked.
It's not bad so far. You've done all right. You've done all right so far. So if you don't mind me asking, your parents. I mean, your father.
Getting on a house apart. We go on holidays together. All of us now. So
your mum and your dad, and you all go on holidays together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant. Yeah. It's really weird.
Okay, that is weird.
It is weird.
That is weird, but I have heard of people that do it. I rarely meet them though.
No.
You just hear about them.
Yeah.
They so people sort of point and laugh at them. Look at that lot over there. No, I'm joking.
Good.
That's good. That's a good relationship.
Yeah.
So your mum and dad are friends, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Obviously very close friends.
Yeah, very close. Yeah, it's brilliant.
You don't all stay in the same fucking room, do you?
No. We don't get a family room. That'd be a little bit weird.
That would be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah. Adjoining rooms.
So you're very close to mum. I think from that she's done very, very well. From just getting back out of herself and getting back on the property ladder, and where she's now, she's done absolutely everything off her own back.
Yeah,
incredibly proud of her to do that. I'm pretty proud of all my family.
Nice.
We're quite.
Wow, you're a nice guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Have you got anything bad to say about anybody?
People find that how close our families is really weird.
I'll be honest with you, it's sounding a little bit weird.
I mean, you're really
big in that. Yeah,
my dad. I'm really close to my dad as well.
Really? Where did you say they were all from? Let's move on from that subject. Anyway, no. Yeah. So, but you're very, very close family. I mean, so all your cousins and everything. So they're all English. Yeah. You're not. You haven't got Irish. Because I know obviously
my granddad's got a bit of Irish in him.
Okay. So do you think that's
Welsh
maybe because
as well?
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
He grew up.
I've got
Germany.
Welsh and Irish links now. My youngest son is half Irish, although he claims he's got Indonesian and everything in it, because I've got Indonesian in my blood, believe it or not, and Dutch. So he's a mongrel basically, and my oldest is half Welsh. So okay. Yeah. There's a bit of a thing there then. So on the family side, because the Irish and Welsh, they've got quite close families. They're all quite closely knit, aren't they? Not like us English who basically don't give a fuck, to be honest, do we?
But I think it's that support that you need when you set up a business, you do something new.
Yeah.
Someone to speak to.
Yeah.
But also, it's that point thinking, the amount of times, mum would say, why don't you just go get a job in the city? You'd earn more money.
Yeah.
You'd have no worries.
Yeah.
And it'd be great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's not me, mum.
Yeah.
And I've been very fortunate that they've been able to support me through the hard times, because it's always been hard times.
Yeah.
And the amount of times my dad I'm back again, but he's always there to support me, pick me back up again and go, right, let's do it. You know, but that's the important, having that close family, you know, whereas me speaking to my cousin, you know, you've got to have them people that you can speak to. You've obviously got your friends.
But you're lucky though. You say you've got to have that, but you're lucky. Not a lot of people do that. You know, I mean, I've not had people around me like that. Actually, no return to.
You might have friends. You might have really close friends that you could speak to in that sort of way, where you would want to have that.
Let's talk in 10 years when your business has grown. Let's see how that situation stands, because that can change over time. You know, as the success grows, that close knit circle of friends that aren't always necessarily there. Let's put it that way.
That's always something that we can.
And so I'm hitting on a nerve there. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah,
it does change.
It does change.
Don't necessarily know it's a green-eyed sort of jealousy or envy or anything like that. I just think that things do change. It changes as you get older anyway. To be fair, I mean, you're a young entrepreneur, a young guy.
I also think my generation.
What are you trying to fucking say?
No, I'm not saying you're old. No,
you just did, basically. You just said, I'm not saying you're old, which in essence is saying I'm old.
You're only, 10, 15 years older than me?
Yeah, 20.
20, you know. So I think particularly the people from my youth expect it now.
Yeah.
You know, they expect to be driving the nice cars, expecting to buy what they want now.
Yeah.
But they don't realise the hard work that goes into that, you know, and it's not until you read, you know, the books on Richard Branson, or you listen to a podcast of someone that's bought 25 years, you know, you look at my brother-in-law, you know, it's took him years to get to where he is, and the hard work and the amount of times when he's had to be like, no, I can't, you know, I'm not taking a salary. Yeah. I'm paying the staff.
Yeah,
you know,
we've had this conversation. I've done it myself. Yeah.
And people forget that. And I think particularly friends as well. Well, you could call them so-called friends, in inverted commas.
Yes.
And you expect that, you've had an easy life.
Yeah.
You know, you've had
they think because they think you've got a business, you must be okay. You've got all the time in the world. You've got loads of money. It's a regular conversation you have with people that do have their own business. It's nothing like that. It's, you know, people. I don't know why people have this perception. No. Because if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it, wouldn't they? Yeah. But you were talking about having people around you. I mean, you've got good people around you. You've got cousins. You've got family. You've got your mum and dad who are very close to. But you've also had coaching still as well, you know, and that's helped a lot. You know, what sort of coaching have you had to help you with things?
It's mainly not business plan coaching, if I'm honest. Yeah. I'm big into sort of meditation, right? The yoga, the Zen.
A lot of meditators come into here.
Really?
A lot of people meditate.
Headspace, brilliant app. You know, really good.
Brilliant what?
App.
Okay, it's an app called Headspace.
Headspace, it's called.
It gives you extra space in your head.
Basically.
Wow,
give it a go. Do you do it?
No.
Do you know what? 5-10 minutes after
what?
Sort yourself out after a long day, before you start work, get yourself in the zen, get yourself in the mind, clear the mind, focus.
I mean, literally, lots of people say it, and you know, I'm sure it probably works and does work for a lot of people. I don't do it. No.
Yeah, no. Well, we basically joined the Recruitment Network. It's basically what we did. We joined them, who are basically business coach and help us. You know, they're all got recruitment related, basically, if you like. And we've been in for about 2 years now. I think 2 years.
So all three of you, or you all go?
Yeah, mainly me, and then sometimes on the different events, then Lee and I come, or John will come along.
So you go along, and they'll do what? They'll go through processes of the business and
business coaching. Of speakers, you know, coming in from all walks of. You might be someone from Formula One about management, or you know, it might be something about building, you know, high performance teams, or you know, something like that. But it's also speak with like-minded business owners like yourself, for example. Go, right, I'm going through a bit of an issue at the minute.
Yeah.
What have you done? Yeah. And I could be speaking with another business owner that's built, you know, a 20, 50, 100 million pound business. And we had that issue at that age, you know, and it's having them conversations.
I mean, you learn a lot. I mean, listen, the part of what we do, what my idea for doing this was exactly that. You learn a lot from listening to people and finding out and speaking to people, and it's real stuff.
Take your little notebook.
It's real stuff.
Writing little key nuggets down.
Yeah.
Implement.
So when you go along, and this is quite an interesting subject, and I was talking to producer Joel about this recently. When you go along to days like this, do you sort of try and just take a few things, or just try and take everything from the day when you go and do these things? So, because there's a lot of overwhelm with these things, mate. Isn't there? A lot of overwhelm.
Absolutely.
And there'll be a lot of people listening, watching this, whatever they're doing, that are going to go, I've been to these things and actually stopped me from moving forward sometimes, because I think there's a lot of information to be taken. Don't try and take it all. It would be my answer.
Absolutely. I mean, you go in there, and I think it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, like our business has changed massively in 4 years, and the stuff that I was seeing and hearing about and speaking about on some events in the early days probably was not relevant to my business.
Yeah.
But I've still kind of taken it in subconsciously,
Yeah.
and then you kind of implement that later on down the line. Then I'm like, actually, what was that course about?
Yeah.
If I'm looking for something in particular, that's time management. You know, I mentioned a bit about time management. People go on time management course all the time, and they don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's taking them little nuggets of time. You know, or prioritization. That's always a massive thing. I've got so much time, and I've got nothing else to do.
Ooh,
you know,
my phone going ding. Then that's the second time.
Put mine on mute.
In 2 episodes.
That's twice in 2 episodes. Bad, isn't it? That was rude. I do apologise, everybody. Very unprofessional of me, and I will be putting some money into the box that will be going to charity at some stage because of it. Anybody that comes in, if that happens to them as well, we just kick them the fuck out the door. No, we don't really. We'll make them put some money in as well. So I apologise about that. And do you know what? I'm just going to
put it on
unprofessionally switch that onto silent, so that shouldn't have happened. But do you know what? We're real. It's a real fucking show. Fuck it. You know, it's my show. So fuck you all, basically. It's not my show, it's everybody's show.
It's Essex's show.
It is, it's the Essex show. So the coaching stuff has helped a lot. And
it's taking, like you say, it's taking them small bits of stuff that you really would need, you know. It's little things that you can implement, and take them little things and implement them.
Yeah.
And it's the repetitiveness of actually doing that is the key thing.
Consistency.
Consistency. That's the word.
Not repetitiveness. Yeah, but it's close.
Yes, it's the same sort of thing. You know, it's keeping that and doing it over and over again. To make it a habit.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's
important.
fucking gone quickly.
We're flying through this, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. It does. It goes quickly when you do these, doesn't it? Don't you think?
Because I just chat so much shit all the time.
I don't. You don't know that you
hopefully people are getting something from this.
I'm sure there's a lot to be got from it. But on the coach's side, and we'll come off this subject in a minute. We'll take a little break in a second. You're going to continue to do that. I mean, personal development, self-development is absolutely key in moving forward. You're a young entrepreneur. You're at the start of your journey, in essence, really.
Absolutely.
What is it that you want to work on most? Do you think there's any areas that you sort of know in yourself that you want to work on? There's areas that you concentrate on now that you want to work on?
So I've tossed it up myself a couple of times.
Really? No. Okay, so this is a whole different subject. I wasn't expecting you to talk about that at all. So that's something you need to work on, is it?
No, okay. Well,
so Lewis Byford needs to work on tossing.
Got dry lip again. Just got caught for anyone that's watching on YouTube.
Okay, well, I don't think we'll go into the technique, but...
No. So, right, we'll recap this one.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for a while because I haven't like business mentor.
You want to be thinking about
direct business as in like personal coaching. And that's something that I've looked at for a while.
So you do a lot of business coaching. So it's a lot of tips and helps on that. What about personal? If you're going to look at personal development, it's a big part.
Yeah,
it's big. I mean,
it's marrying the two together. Have you done that in the past?
I have, I have done some. In fact, I do it all the time. But I'm very self-critical, so I'm constantly looking to improve what I do and better myself. I've paid for personal coaching and a bit of life coaching and stuff like that as well. I get to a point where you sort of think I'm not going to gain a lot more from that so I need a variation. So then I'll look at something else. So of course I do.
It's having that first step in sitting down with somebody, isn't it, and starting that conversation.
Did you know what? The business development and what you're doing on the business coaching is part of the personal development process anyway, because you're picking stuff up that you need to implement into your business and change as well. But it's a big part. I mean, that is what is going to get you to those massive goals in essence. But
it's me that's stopping me every time from doing it.
Potentially, potentially. I don't know whether it's all that, always just that. I think it depends how you soak things in. Some people read books, and we have this conversation quite a lot on this show. Some people read books. Some people listen to podcasts. You listen to podcasts quite a lot.
I do.
There is a lot of I think there's personal development in that. I pick it up every day. I pick it up from everybody I encounter. Yeah. There's things that I learn from everything that happens around me. That's how I. And in fact, doing these shows, there's little bits I'll pick up from everything, and I just automatically soak that up, and I'll utilise that somehow. So,
networking, isn't it? You hear something that someone says, think that I resonate with that. I understand that.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. So you probably naturally develop personally as well, and you'll continue to do that. But
I try with books. I do try.
Mate, I can't. Doesn't work for me.
I really persevere.
Yeah.
I sit there. I read. And I'm thinking.
Yeah. Audiobooks would be the way forward. I mean,
I've never tried an audiobook.
I have done a couple, and I've listened to CDs and bits and pieces, CDs which people don't listen to now. But there's been exactly. But okay, podcasts. But no, I mean, going back a few years, I would listen to. But the problem is, I mean, they sound a bit fucking cheesy. It sounds like it's a bit forced. It's like, I can do this. This is what you've got to do. That doesn't work for me. That stuff, to be honest. In fact, if I was going to listen to anything, I'd listen to something like this podcast, of course.
Essex Business Radio.
That's the one. Oh, listen. So you have got a radio voice.
My radio voice.
Why did you suddenly go down?
I don't know.
Well, listen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you know that is it a pleasure?
It has been a pleasure.
So far. We're going to have a quick round of Cards Against Humanity. We don't play this as the actual rules play it, but we're going to pick the cards out. So we're going to do that. Let's see what we've come up with. But we're going to take a quick break, all right?
Yeah,
and we're going to top your water up because you need some by the looks of it.
So I can't get a stiff lip again.
Brilliant.
Cool. It's all right?
Yeah, good?
Yeah. Fine.
Enjoying it?
Yeah.
Good.
I was getting a little bit dry. Got calls.
If he's in on a really long phone call, he's like, gasping for water.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you find you do this with this anyway because you're talking quite a lot. It's weird because you'd go into a meeting and would you do so? Yeah, you probably would ask for water. To be fair.
Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Cheers.
Yeah, please, mate.
I also try and drink my 2 litres a day.
Do you?
You know, you two.
Well, I've installed this into Joel, and Joel seems to have taken this quite well. He's drinking quite a lot of water now, but up until literally the last, and up until probably about a week or so ago, you drank virtually no water, did you?
That's so bad.
We're doing the coffee and tea.
No, it doesn't count.
You got to
count. It doesn't rehydrate you.
I bought these.
In fact, it dehydrates you.
I bought these for everyone. We've all got the same.
Oh, thanks very much.
Jade's got a purple one. Oh no, this is my 4 Ocean one. Save the planet. So yeah. We just
where are they then? I thought you said you brought them for everyone.
I should have bought.
Fucking lies. Does he lie like this a lot?
They're to come. Jade, make a note.
I'm going to be careful here, but
make a note, Jade. We'll order those, please. She runs my life basically. Because
she wasn't supposed to be mentioned, but you do realise your name's been mentioned, and it is going to be be on YouTube now, don't you? You know that, don't you?
You know, she's brilliant. I can't lie. You know, absolutely.
She's held your life together for the last couple of years.
20. She's so level-headed.
I know another PA that works for a client of mine, and she's incredible. And I've had PAs that are 20 years older than her and have no idea. The difference, I think, is that you're on the ground at that age. You know, and I don't mean that age makes me sound like I'm older, right? But let's go with me on this one. But you look at things differently. You've got no preconceived ideas. You've got no bad habits set in place. It's you're working with that. And you said before the show that you're invested in Lewis and the business as well. I do find that other people that are maybe a little bit older that think they can do the PA role have other things that they're really focusing on. They're doing it as a job role. No,
absolutely.
Whereas you're soaked up into this, and you're really invested. Because in essence, in a couple of years' time, you won't necessarily be that PA. You're probably going to be running a couple of other PAs for the business, and you become what's the word? Intrinsic part of the business. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah. Google that. No, I'm joking.
Google.
But
it's like absolutely. Like it's the important role, invaluable role that you can't. A bit like you watch Suits, mate. Donna, COO, she can be my COO.
Yeah.
Big multi.
Do you watch Billion?
Billion,
mate.
Oh, legend.
It's the best. It's the best series on television ever.
I literally cannot wait for the next series.
I can't. Well, it must be coming on soon as well, because I've noticed it pop up on Sky. So
really?
They're running like last year's series. But fucking brilliant. Yeah.
Absolutely love it. He's a legend.
Yeah. It's Axelrod is good, but Suits was a big thing. I mean, I watched all of those religiously, and now look where she is.
Yes,
go do Suits and then marry royalty,
and
then
leave it.
Then
Oh, I saw
do you know what? I don't understand. I do not understand why they're getting a fucking so let them fucking do what they want to. It's a modern world, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is genuinely is a modern world. I do not get all this shit.
That they
and the fact, Madam Two Swords, shame on you. I don't give a fuck about who watches this. Shame on you for kicking them out.
They have not.
The day after, dude.
No.
The day after. The waxwork models were on television because they'd taken them out of the fucking museum. Honestly,
that's not right.
So, Madam Two Swords, shame on you.
Look at what he's done for the charities. He's raised over £1 billion.
I don't think they're going to be making a waxwork model of me now, are they?
I am still available. My one, that's fine.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Right, yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
Right, we'll get the cards ready.
I will. Don't worry about it. Worry about that side. Fucking hell.
It's my controlling out. Make sure everything's
really.
right.
Do you want to get the cards out? Let's move this over here. Have you got OCD?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Your tie's pretty good.
If you're going to wear a tie, wear it properly.
I think you need to twist it around just a little bit.
That's it.
That's
better?
That's better. Yeah.
Camera 1, clear.
Have I picked up a delivery? No.
Nobody's card, no.
It was ASOS.
No. Have you checked outside the front door?
No.
Have you checked outside the front door?
No.
Still not checked outside the front door.
It's not for me, so it doesn't matter, is it?
Yeah, it'll be there, mate, if it's being delivered.
It says it's been fulfilled.
Oh, right.
Oh.
That's what she said. Hey. That phrase is like a childish thing, right? But I didn't realise that my mate in America came over here in July, and he kept on saying it because it then becomes a thing. It's one of those childish things. It's a double entendre, and I love double entendres.
Yeah.
Like I can't hear something without hearing about 3 versions of what that means, right? And when I laugh about something, I expect somebody to go, well, why do you not find that funny? So and I didn't realise it came from The Office, but the American version of The Office, which I never knew until the other day.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're hiding?
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
Okay. Fucking hell. He's getting a bit...
High maintenance.
I know, he is. You're getting tired again? You are? You are, he's getting tired. Hey?
Texting my brother.
Okay.
Is that right?
No. It's not right at all. Right, go on then. Come on then. Come on, producer Joel. You are going to change your Instagram. Yeah, you are. You are. It's going to stick. All right then. When you're ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Still laughing, still enjoying ourselves here at Essex Business Radio. My name's Elliot Browne, if you've just joined us, and I'm here with Lewis Byford of Anthony George Recruitment, the financial planning recruitment company.
We are indeed.
That was like an advert, wasn't it?
That was, yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, can I take a...
I'm going to charge you for that fucker, I tell you. And we were just in the quick break, and anybody that was watching on YouTube, and was watching that. We were talking about Suits, one of my favourite all-time TV series, and Billions, mate.
Yeah.
Mate, Billions. Good. So we're looking forward to the new series on that, aren't we?
Cannot wait.
He doesn't wear a fucking tie, does he, mate?
He don't even wear a shirt.
Mate, he wears trainers, jeans, and see, that's what billionaires wear. So if you want to be a billionaire, you need to get out of that shirt and tie.
Right, okay.
But not yet. Wait until you made your money out of the guys that are in your industry first, yeah?
I can't turn up to a meeting in me socks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know a mortgage advisor that wears shorts a lot of the time, and trainers and stuff, and that's what he does.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. A lot of people, do. You haven't got to be, suited and booted and everything.
We won't get back. We won't get back to that. I'm just taking the piss a little bit. Yeah, we've got to do that. So we're going to play a little round of Cards Against Humanity in a little while. But holidays wise, you've got holidays booked this year. We didn't talk about this, did we? We didn't talk about your. You thought you were going to talk about it in the last section, didn't you? The last little segment.
You did the last segment. Threw me off. I
know. I like that. So cars. You're into your cars.
I am. I do like my cars.
And you're doing a drive down to where?
Down to Le Mans.
Okay.
So 24 hours of Le Mans. We're going to see and watch the classic car event. So we've got it all done. catering, the lot. We're sitting on the Morsane Strip.
Yeah,
you know, it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, and it was only you said it was only going to cost 250 quid. I mean, that's a bargain for doing this. This trip. And mate, I'm in. Where'd you book? Where'd you book it?
So I was going into the gym.
Producer Joel, if you can just get on that now and search for this 250 quid deal, right?
So my brother-in-law is going with like the Ferrari Owners Club, right?
Oh, is
so
he?
They sent me the link, sent me the email, and it said £250.
Yeah.
3 days.
You've got to bear in mind, you got this sent by the Ferrari Owners Club,
I know.
right? And you're thinking, this is a fucking bargain. These guys clearly know how to save money. That's how they can afford Ferraris, yeah?
And I thought, this sounds amazing. I thought, 3 days. I said, I emailed back, 100% on this. Dad come. Book it, no problem.
Yeah.
My phone's ringing. I go into my gym class. My phone's ringing.
Yeah.
I got texts.
Yeah.
Come out.
Yeah.
And it went all booked. We paid the £250 deposit.
Yeah.
I was like, deposit?
Yeah.
I thought that was all it was going to cost me. Actually, it's going to cost me for 3 days £1,400.
Ah.
So it's a bit of a sizable chunk to try and find for 3 days.
And you're driving there. It's not even flying.
And I'm driving.
So you then got the fuel.
This is going to be an expensive weekend.
Yeah, but you know what? You work hard, mate. I mean, when did you go on holiday last year? Did you?
I did. Yeah,
I did. Oh, you did. Fucking hell! You're basically on holiday, aren't you? Jesus. Did you do any work?
Yeah, I did.
Don't put your fucking shirt and tie on, come in here and make it look like you work. Do you know what I mean? Basically, I'm on holiday all the time, get Le Mans,
Yeah, so it'd be really good.
Yeah, you're looking forward to that. Yeah. So but you're going down to Marbella. You're going down to Marbella a couple of times this year as well. Yeah. Do you like it down there? I used to live down that part of the world.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, no, I like it. Really nice. It's nice. Sister's got a place down there, which is really nice. So nice place they've got. 10 minutes from Port Bernouth Harbour in a cab. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. Really, really easy. Nice little weekend break. Which would be good. So I'm going for my birthday, and then I think it's end of May. I think I'm going.
Okay. Wow. So in a couple of months you're going twice.
Yeah.
And Le Mans is when?
July.
Okay, so we'll sort of wait a little bit over that. Yeah, you're going to find some time to work in between all that. Yeah,
I hope so. Yeah, as you know, you never switch off.
I know.
Although actually, I've got a lot better at that.
Have you?
That work-life balance and all that sort of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
So you
2 o'clock. I finish work on a Friday at 2 o'clock
in the morning. Yeah.
In the evening. No,
you finish work at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so I go home at 2. I'm still on my laptop.
Right. Okay. So you're not finished work. You just leave the office.
I go home.
I've got somebody off camera that's shaking their head right here.
Gym.
Right.
I peeked it through.
Really? I knew we'd get down to the deeper end of the you. Fucking. So this is why he wears a shirt and ties, and it's a facade, isn't it, mate? You weren't going to escape anything, were you? You're going red. You're going red as well
savage.
now. Oh,
it's
brilliant!
The tie. It's the future tie. I like to fit it. I just think if you're in the office before 8 and leaving at 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in some days, you're doing the hours.
Yeah.
Why
you can
not?
leave at 2.
And I'm thinking, and to be fair, let's think. It's Ask the Nation here. Who's doing them?
I would not ask the nation if they think it's okay to leave at 2 o'clock. You are fucking going to fuck yourself here. They're going to be writing in. There's going to be a whole call centre set up. Who the fuck is this guy with this successful business? Do your business partners leave at 2 o'clock as well, or did you just decide to bin it off? Do you?
Well, they just kind of do what they want to do. I don't tell them they can't do it or not.
Well, I just think not. Yeah. You're leaving at 2. You're going to go. Yeah, you do what you like.
Yeah. No, I do. Yeah, just. Yeah, it is. But I basically,
you're really uncomfortable with this one, aren't you?
The reason why I was finding that in the afternoon on a Friday, I'm thinking, I'm tired. I'm done.
Yeah.
I want to switch off. Do you know what I mean? I'm in weekend mode now, and I thought,
don't come on this show doing the tired business.
No,
producer Joel.
People.
Producer Joel. What do I say about tired?
Tired, well, it shows weakness or something like that.
Weakness,
which I don't agree with because
he does. He's tired all the time. Most humans do. They do get tired.
I'd leave at 2, but I agree with you.
Starts at 2.
Rolls out of bed.
Listen, if you get the work in and you work the hours you do. I mean, I work all sorts of ridiculous hours, but then I'm not an early riser. You start at 5 o'clock in the morning, mate. I don't start at 5. Mind you, go cycling at 5, then you go for a fucking cooked breakfast. To be honest, he rolls it at 12.
But then we have lunch.
It's not really like that. No, actually, really. I think it is, to be fair.
Honestly,
let's move on to Cards Against Humanity.
Hey. Start a business, they said. It'd be fun, they said.
Oh yeah, brilliant stuff. No, obviously you do the hours, and you guys are doing really, really well. And I'm not knocking you at all. It's all a little bit of bants.
It is
a little bit of the Essex bants, mate.
Essex banter, yeah.
So we're gonna do a little quick round of Cards Against Humanity. You know how this game works, although we probably play it a little bit differently to. Oh, actually, we found out the rules from somebody the other day, and we don't do it like that at all.
Right, perfect.
So what we do, if Cards Against Humanity are interested, then send us a couple of boxes of this. Although we may have a surprise for anybody that's been listening recently, because we may have something on the cards. No, actually, on the cards. We may. It's like that.
Just pick that up. Yeah.
So we may have something new coming, which is. But I don't want to say too much about it because I don't tempt fate. But we may have something new coming, which is going to be a slightly different game we're going to play, and we're going to let everybody know about that. Yes, as and when it happens. If not, we'll still continue to play this. But yeah, so we've got a pack of for anybody that can't see, isn't watching. We've got a pack of black cards, and in here are phrases that have got 1, 2, or 3 spaces, or just a phrase or a question, for example. So you take that, you can shuffle it if you like, or you can just randomly pick a card out. They get shuffled every day pretty well, and hold that there for a second. And then we've got a bigger pack of white cards. So where the spaces are on the phrase of the black card, you'll fill in the gaps with a white card or 2 or 3 or the answer. So if you do how many spaces you got on your black card? Basically?
I've got 1.
Okay, so just take one white card randomly.
Cannot pick a good one.
No, man. No. What's the point of that? No.
Well, I want to win.
It's not about winning.
That is horrendous.
Exactly. There you go. That is horrendous. So horrendous. If somebody says horrendous, that is fucking brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this over to producer Joel. He's going to do exactly the same. Now you're off camera. Would you like to do it as well?
Yeah,
Would you like to play?
Yeah. I'd like to play as well. Oh, look, Jade, she's rising to the occasion. There's a microphone over there, which Joel will.
This isn't how I normally play it.
No, and it's not. But this isn't how you have to play it. But this is what we do, because otherwise, it's not a whole. This isn't a game. This is just coming up with an interesting phrase. I know by the looks of your face, you have an interesting one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. And so I'm going to do the same. So we've all picked cards. Jade has picked one as well, so she's joining in.
Perfect.
Who's been sitting on the sidelines watching and listening. Just the mic's on, right? Producer Joel?
Yes, I'm producer.
Jade,
check out his Instagram.
Have you found it so far?
Yeah, I love it. I think
Yeah,
it's
speak.
great.
Yeah, pull the mic over a little bit.
Sorry.
That's right. There we go. Yeah, so you've enjoyed it, have you?
Yeah, I've loved it. I think it's great. It's
Okay.
nice to hear him talk
Is it,
about himself.
Oh, really? He doesn't talk about
He doesn't
himself
do
very
it
often.
all the time. No.
If you watched him squirm a couple of times as well, that'd been quite interesting.
Because normally I'd chip in and say something.
And you bet, yeah. Good. Well, listen, that's the name of the game.
That's the art of coaching as well, isn't it? That I've recently learned. You keep quiet. You keep that pause.
Yeah.
You let them squirm for a minute, and then they say something that they shouldn't have said.
Yeah. Basically, squirm is probably a bit too much, but yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. So read us out the black card with the spaces first, so we know what that phrase, the sort of what you've got.
So charades was ruined for me forever when my mum had to act out.
Okay, we've had this one before, but I'm interested in the answer.
Okay.
So go on, do that, and then now with the inclusion of the white card.
So charades was ruined for me forever when my mum had to act out the thin veneer of narrative casualty that underlines porn. I mean, now I'm thinking, my mind's going here.
Yes,
my poor mother, you know, the plumber's round.
Yeah, really?
You know,
whoa,
I'm thinking,
you've really got thoughts into that, haven't you?
I don't want to think about it anymore.
Well, I've been honest with you, you already have. And I don't think you're going to get rid of that. And I don't think any of our listeners or viewers are going to get that out of their head either. So that's an interesting one. But more interestingly, was the use of charades.
Charades.
So your charades rather than charades. What would you say, Jade? Charades or charades? Not that we use that word very often. Would you?
Charades.
Yeah, like
it's charades.
At Christmas we play charades.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's got
I say charades. I'm not posh.
Oh really? So
does that
mean I'm posh? I think I would have said charades.
Charades, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Does that mean we're posh? I don't think we're posh. To be fair, would you say we're posh?
I think normal, really. Just
fucking normal.
Normal.
I don't want to be fucking normal. Switch his mic off.
Really.
Let's go over to Jade. Go on then. Do the same then, Jade. What have you got on your black card?
I don't think this is very good, but
go on.
The CIA now interrogates enemy agents by repeatedly subjecting them to...
Yeah. Go on then.
So the CIA now interrogates enemy agents by repeatedly subjecting them to having a penis.
What's wrong with that? It's got penis in it. That's what she said.
So mature.
I know, but you know what?
Sod it. You're living life.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so what you got, producer Joel?
I like this one. Loving you is easy because you're fisting.
Straight in there. He didn't even go. Is that it?
Pardon the pun. Straight in.
Okay, so mine says, listen, son, if you want to get involved with space, I won't stop you. Just steer clear of space. Wow. Okay, I haven't even looked at these.
Okay.
I don't know which way I want to do this. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say, listen, son, if you want to get involved with an army of skeletons, I won't stop you. Just steer clear of drinking 10 5-hour energies to get 50 continuous hours of energy. So it's a bit clean. Doesn't really work, does it? Nah, fucking rubbish. No. Well, you know.
Paragraph.
It was.
You have to think about it too much.
Well, I didn't think about it. I just read it out.
No, listening to it, I was trying to think about it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, it didn't. And I mean, if it was the other way around, it wouldn't be any better, to be honest. Listen,
a bit like one of them question time answers. You know, the university challenges. If you see, when you start listening to the question, by the time they've finished the question, I've forgotten the first part.
Yeah. I know. As I was reading it, I nearly nodded off at one point. Well, but yesterday all three were good. We had a couple of good ones in there, didn't we?
Yes, absolutely. Very, very
so that's good. So, do you think you'll do any more podcasts and things moving forward? Do you think I mean, you're saying you don't use social media very much and stuff, apart from obviously LinkedIn is a big thing for what you do.
I do videos on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So that's the only really thing. I double down on LinkedIn. Apart from that, my LinkedIn, my Instagram's just mainly private. My Facebook's just family and friends really. So I'm not really big on that.
Right.
But I suppose our market is very much LinkedIn, so I'm kind of going where the market is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're nailing LinkedIn. I think that's probably the right place for what you're doing. Obviously, you need to have presence on Instagram. Do you have a business page for Facebook?
We have, haven't we, Jade?
Wow, you're not even sure about that. To be honest, you don't not utilise it much.
Yeah,
it's called Anthony George Recruitment.
But do you do anything with it?
Blue AG, no.
Don't you?
No.
I suggest you do.
LinkedIn
just cut posts.
Yeah, but it's not about that. You may pull somebody in at some stage for just from doing it. So I would suggest you use it as well.
Isn't it? It is the biggest social media.
It is. I mean, listen, for what you're doing, generally LinkedIn is pretty well the best. But having some presence on the others is got to be worth it.
Yeah.
Instagram, you're doing a few bits on there, probably, are you?
To push a bit more, I think.
Yeah, something to look at.
We'll note on that one then.
Yeah, something to look at.
Definitely.
I mean, you've got no harm if you're doing the odd posts and stuff anywhere on LinkedIn.
Why not share it on there as well?
You can do that on there as well. Yeah, so just to do that. It's a little bit of advice from that moving forward. So that's so. Where can people find you then? Website wise, where's your website?
Yeah, agrecruits.com is our website, or just connect with me on LinkedIn. That's if you're not on LinkedIn, you can obviously get us on Facebook. We will pick it up. And Instagram as well. You can pick us up, AG Recruits as well. So, but if you want to reach out, any questions, I'm an open book. So if people want to ask, reach out, pleasure.
And you're based, and your offices are based in Wickford.
Okay. Yeah, so everyone wants to pop over for a coffee.
Yeah,
pleasure.
All right, Joel, we're going over for a coffee. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, so podcast. Yeah, I quite like a podcast. This is my first one.
Yeah.
So it's been a pleasure.
I mean, is it something that people do in your industry? I mean, I know in the industry you're in, I wouldn't say that they're necessarily at the height of tech with what they do so much.
You're probably right.
I think that's going to change. I mean, I do know that there's a lot of mortgage advisors and people that are in that arena that are doing podcasts and YouTube and things like that. Is it something that you might think about? I mean, it is a way of getting
thought about. If I'm honest, it has been something that I've kind of put around a Q4. I've kind of think about, because I am speaking with business owners or other advisors or paraplanners. It's getting their journey, and
that's where you've got to bear in mind. Yeah. So you may pull a lot of potential people that you may be able to get into a position, but the people that own the companies that don't know about you yet, they may well see you on another platform, and they're all there to be had. So it'd be interesting to see if
I just need to get this sort of set up, don't I?
Yeah, no, not having this one.
No, it's
staying
not for
here.
sale.
No, it's not for sale. But we could probably sell something to you that if you want to come in and do one, we can probably do it. We've got a platform for it. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
But you enjoyed it, yeah?
I have. It's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you very much for the invitation down.
No, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks very much for popping in at the end there and putting you a little bit in there, Jade. I actually thought penis was funnier than you did. Obviously, not that penises are funnier. There are other things available. Thanks again, producer Joel.
Thank you.
As always, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. We will be putting out a post. You will no doubt be putting out a post on LinkedIn and stuff as well. Yeah. And so we'll be sending you the links and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we'll be putting it out and letting everybody know where they can find you. Look out for this. Anybody that's just listening, you can go over to YouTube, as I've mentioned already, and you can find us all social media at Essex Business Radio. And thanks very much, Lewis.
Pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and good luck for 2020. I hope you absolutely smash it. Enjoy your very, very cheap run to Le Mans as well, and your trips to Marbella.
I will do.
Have a good year, mate. I know it's going to be a big one, and and we look forward to catching up in the very near future.
Absolutely, that'd be an honour. Good stuff. Thank you, Elliot.
Great. So thanks everybody for joining us here at Essex Business Radio, and again, you check us out, look below, there'll be some links around it, they'll be all over the place, and you can also download the app at any good app stores. I nearly said bookstores then. Essex Business Radio. Thanks very much for joining us. Ciao for now, Brown Cow.
Listening to Essex Business Radio with your host, Elliot Browne.